man, we got 6ix9ine and we got Lil Reese. Now, if you're not familiar with Tekashi69, disrespecting Chicago, utilizing publicity stunts, ignorance, whatever he could to initiate beef and static and promote his music and make himself relevant to increase his publicity, that's what Tekashi was doing heavily before reality caught up and started devouring him, before he got in all that trouble and started snitching. And then there was rules that he has to follow all of a sudden. Reality and accountability caught up to 6ix9ine, man. Now he can't really post anything he wants to. He's got to kind of watch what he says to some degree. He can still be ignorant, man, and damaging and disrespectful, but not to the same level or degree in comparison with the past, due to those repercussions, the legalities, probation, so on and so forth. And a lot of people feel that he's a victim, man. It's crazy as all hell. Now, we don't look at him like he's the Antichrist, bro. The definition of evil, and he must be put to sleep if the planet's gonna be saved. No, man, come on, man. Tekashi's just a product. You know, the suburbans think that street individuals judge Tekashi based upon his hair or his appearance. You know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with it, bruh. A real individual is conditioned to seeing all kinds of different genders, personalities, walks of life in the hood, bruh. It's crazy. It's a circus in the hood at times, bruh. But you gotta understand, the appearance is irrelevant. The priority or the paramount aspect is the fact that he's fabricating his existence. That's the problem anybody from the hood ever really had regarding Tekashi69, but the suburban teenagers, they don't have a clear perception of that. They feel everything's hating if it's uncomfortable or inconvenient, or if it doesn't coincide with whenever their favorite celebrities or rappers. You know, it's uncomfortable for them to acknowledge that somebody's been lying to them and they fell for it. So they act defensively and they avoid those realities and facts. It's crazy because a lot of individuals in the hood, man, we would have sacrificed an appendage to have a sober, coherent, loving mother. Come on, man. Tekashi's mother was working at a full-time job at a bodega making sandwiches. She provided a good, consistent home for Tekashi. She got Tekashi a full-time job where she worked at, and he was making sandwiches at the bodega with his mom. That's when he got in trouble and got arrested. He tried to make it seem as if he was selling heroin, but it wasn't, man. He was selling bud. He got caught with some dimes of bud at the bodega, working alongside his mother at a full-time job. You know, those are the facts that get distorted and left out. You know what I mean? And of course, Tekashi does that tactically. He didn't want to have to disclose the truth to his fans, man. His young, fortunate, spoiled suburban fans that have a lot of resources and opportunity and foundations for success allotted to them. You know what I mean? He knows that he has to capitalize on that demographic and fool them with a fabricated image and a falsified background and persona. That was the whole point. But we saw reality catch up. He's very lucky to be alive. He's very lucky to not be rotting in a cage for life. You know what I'm saying? But don't think he's out of that hot water, because reality always has a way of catching up and devouring the individuals who attempt to outrun it, avoid it, postpone it, let alone defeat it. Reality wins, bro. Nobody, nothing else. Reality. The less you just stop fighting it, bro. The less you fight reality, the more you appreciate and embrace it and accept it and allow it to fulfill you, man. Allow reality to provide you with a purpose, a point to your life and existence, man. Standing against them evil elitists in power, encouraging people to reflect on their health, good fortune, and freedom, evolving past their obstacles and addictions, uniting and evolving alongside each other, identifying them blood diamonds and them designer clothes made via slave labor as weaponized tactics utilized by the elite to divide us, to strip us of our purpose, and to maintain their positions of wealth and power, bro. Nothing is a meaningless random coincidence, bro. Life is much more meaningful than that. But you gotta be present in reality. You can't be avoiding it, viewing it as your arch nemesis or enemy. Every time it makes us uncomfortable, oh, we gotta perform mental gymnastics and start lying to ourselves. That's what the Tekashis and the elitists rely upon. The Tekashis rely upon that for fame and money. The elitists rely upon that to a whole nother degree, for a whole nother magnitude of control. Put it that way. I'm just trying to make it clear, man. Life is not a crushing, complicated maze, bruh. Do not become addicted to that complication. Simplification is valuable, bruh. Simplify. So check this out, man. Lil Reese was one of the dudes from Chirac that Tekashi was dissing. throughout his ignorant escapades and his marketing and publicity stunt promotion, before reality kind of devoured him a bit, he was doing anything he could to make himself relevant. He was dissing people from Chirac, initiating beefs, paying people to go shoot at his ops, disrespecting people's mothers and dead homies for no reason at all, just to make himself relevant. That's not a helpless, innocent, positive victim. Okay? That's a world-destroying capitalist demon, bro, in disguise. But he's a product. We don't look at Tekashi like he's an antichrist. We don't even despise Tekashi. We just understand that he's a product. And we also understand how dangerous or damaging or detrimental a puppet like Tekashi69 is. That's all. You acknowledge it for what it is. We try it, bro, come on, man. That's how you change things. That's how you produce results. You know, that's the opposite of hating. Real, man. Identifying things for what they are, or identifying the root cause of a destructive cycle and vowing to forge a solution regarding it and lead by example throughout the process, that's not hating, bro. Hating's when you say, oh man, he's this and that and I can't stand him. I would do this and that to him, and I can't stand that he has these things that I want. I really want those blood diamonds and those designer scarves. Now that's hating, bro. Encouraging people to evolve past that and understand that they possess more internally than the elite want them aware of, that's not hating, bro. Let's go ahead and clarify reality, man. It's okay to stop living a lie. Now, Lil Reese, he's hinting that he wants to fight Tekashi. Now, previously, there would have been a lightning strike chance of that ever manifesting. But nowadays, with the way people value marketing, promotion, publicity, so on and so forth, there's probably like a 10% chance that we'll see Lil Reese fighting Tekashi. And a lot of people also think Lil Reese, they see that he's thin. Okay, they assume that he's smoking crack. You gotta understand that he has Crohn's disease, bro. He used to be heavier before his Crohn's disease kind of took its toll on him over time. Lil Reese does what he can. I'm sure there's more of a solution-based approach we could all be utilizing regarding our obstacles. There's always room for improvement, but when it comes to Lil Reese, he's not smoking a bunch of crack and sherm, and then that's why he's thin. Nah, man, he's got Crohn's disease. It's hard for his body or anatomy to retain nutrients. It's hard for him to put on weight due to that fat. So, it's not like he can eat a bunch of McRib sandwiches, bro, and then just get in the ring with Tekashi and be like 30 pounds heavier than he is now, man, overnight. No, his Crohn's disease is limiting, so he's gonna, if he ever hops in a ring, man, it's gonna be as is. He's gonna be thin, a lot thinner than Tekashi. He possesses a lot more first-hand experience with physical disputes or fighting on the block. You know what I'm saying? His entire existence wasn't fabricated like that of 6IX9ine's, man. Lil Reese really came from the streets, and he didn't lie or compulsively fabricate any of his background, any aspect of it. 6IX9ine, just a joke with no punchline. It's a lie, bro. The entire background, his mother, him working full-time at a bodega, making sandwiches, just fooling people into thinking that he was left out on the streets with nothing and nobody at times, which was never the case. You know, he's a fortunate being, homie. It's important to appreciate that good fortune. You cannot disregard that as nothing. I pretend to be an immortal savage with nothing to lose just because you're bored and restless. That's what the elitists rely upon, homie, real. But anyways, Lil Reese really came from the streets. He has first-hand experience handling his disputes. So when it comes to the experience aspect, he got the advantage. When it comes to the weight aspect, Tekashi69 has the advantage. I'll take experience over weight any day, but we can't see what would happen for sure. Regardless, though, I just wanted to touch down on this, man. We do this to defeat the algorithms. We do this to encourage people to evolve. We identify the root cause of these problematic cycles, these weaponized tactics of the elite, and we can't do that without covering these topics. This is how you defeat the algorithms. Sometimes this is how you get a message, a solution out there, bro. But if you just make a video, if I just make a video that just has nothing to do with any of these topics, and it's all about logic, deductive reasoning, uniting and evolving, solution-based, you know, efficiency, homie, or purpose, that's the algorithm sabotage it. It's not even allowed to be seen, man. That's just kind of the society we live in, bro. It's only certain aspects or topics are going to be promoted and visible. Other aspects are going to be hindered and sabotaged and obstructed. We live in a capitalist society. We're not demonizing anybody. We're identifying that this isn't sustainable, and we're forging a solution and a life-applicable blueprint regarding it. Hit that notification button on. Let me know what you think of the situation. You already know how we rock it, man. Frankenstein grind 24/7 till the wheels fall off, until reality back out the great mama around, man.